What's the most
Go ahead.
appealing part about the fast start, 19-3, best record in the NBA?
I think the biggest thing is just how our camaraderie is kind of formed and built, our chemistry. I think this is a special group that we have. I've never really been a part of a team that, kind of going back since college to where everybody gets along, everybody's cool, everybody knows just about, more than the average team would know about each individual. So I think that's the biggest kind of thing.
You talked about the chemistry. What kind of chemistry building, team bonding things have you guys done that stick out in your mind so far in the season?
I mean, I think the biggest thing was going to Vegas. Went to Vegas and had a players-only training camp. And, right away, that kind of set the tone for us to know that, if we wanted to win big and do what we have to do, we had to, come together. And I think ever since then, everybody's been close and tight. And, it's really special and cool to, be a part of something like this.
I mentioned your 19-3 start. There are critics that say you guys played a soft schedule. What do you say to those critics?
I mean, who do we have to play?
Right.
I mean, we had road games. When I went to Dallas, played Dallas at home. San Antonio is not hard or easy to win at. Miami coming in, top 3 team in the East. I mean, kind of is what it is. When you're a Laker, everybody's gonna say something about you,
right.
And we like it and we hear it, but we just go about our business and smile and get W's.
What did those last 2 wins back-to-back in some of the toughest places to play in the NBA?
I didn't even mention Denver and Utah.
Yeah, well, I mean, what does that mean to go back-to-back Denver and Utah? What does that say?
Tough. Anybody in the NBA knows that that's the toughest back-to-back road trip you can kind of have just because of altitude. And, Denver's probably, the best home record in the past 20, 25 years. And going to Utah and that rowdy crowd it's not easy. And for us to do that in the manner we did, played it tight in Denver, and then, opened the floodgates a little bit in Utah. It was pretty big time for us.
You were a revelatory breakout star your rookie year, and then last year was what it was with all the kind of tumultuous circumstances, LeBron getting injured, you guys missing the playoffs. What does this year mean for you and for you to be able to start off slowly with the various injuries and getting back to where you feel you need to be?
It means a lot. It's always fun coming in as a rookie and, having an opportunity to play right away and, play through mistakes. And then, same thing a little bit second year. But, this year's a little bit different. It's just super special because this is a team that nobody really cares about numbers. And, when you're on bad teams and losing teams, it's kind of like everybody wants to get their numbers. But for us, it's all about just trying to get W's. And, for me, I'm in a rare situation, having an opportunity to, like you said, explode and, have a pretty good productive output from offensively my first 2 years. And then now, just trying to accept another role and, do it to the best that I can with all the injuries I've had, just trying to get back and, continue to just be a major contributor on this team. And, life's a lot better when you win, so a lot more easier going to sleep.
That bench role, how much of an adjustment has it been for you?
I think it's been a big adjustment. Not so much the bench role, because my past 2 years, I actually started the season coming off the bench.
Right.
And I just think the biggest adjustment is, not having a training camp and not really having a preseason to, trying to find a rhythm and, learn how to play with 2 superstars. And, that's something that, kind of goes over people's heads. But, it's an adjustment, but, nothing I can't handle.
Yeah. You talk about the 2 superstars. What's it like this year having Anthony Davis back there, especially at the defensive end for mistakes?
Huge. Not even just mistakes, but, just what he brings to the team from a defensive mindset. Obviously, I think that him and Avery Bradley set the tone for us, but, just having him here for me has been huge. Really, taking on a role that, for me, I really take pride in defense now, and I think that starts a little bit with AD. Obviously, it's a little bit easier when you got a big fella back there, but just seeing him every day and seeing what he does on the defensive end, it really encourages everybody to, buckle up.
What did you see from that in the efficiency, and then what do you try to do as a teammate in that sense?
No, just keep feeding him. I mean, it's fishing all night, getting the ball exactly where we wanted it, either in the mid post, low post, perimeter. I mean, he can do it all. So it's our job to continue to get him the ball.
I know you've been putting in a lot of work on just the chemistry with him on the court, off the court, but how would you evaluate how that's gone now? The team obviously to where it is tonight with your two-man game with him.
I mean, for me and AD, we just, it starts with us, and, if we're on the same page, it makes it a lot easier for the rest of the ball club, and that's both on and off the floor. So we're just trying to lead by example, lead by our command, lead by our voices, lead by our play, and see where it takes us. And, it's been pretty good for us so far.
I think there have only been 6 times in regular season that you fouled out. I'm sure you're cognizant of that to some extent, but how did that impact just the way this game went and still getting what you got?
Yeah, I'm not used to being in foul trouble, but it's great to have a team that can, continue to keep up the pressure, keep up the momentum. And they did a great job at the end of that second quarter when I picked up my 4th by going on a quick 8-0 run to finish that quarter out. So, it was a big time for us.
You guys have that 4-point line at the practice facility to help with spacing in the offense when you practice. By having that, did that kind of prompt you taking a shot like that in a game that you made tonight?
No, but it helps our offense for sure because we have that space line at our practice facility. But for me, once I step inside the half-court line, I shoot it with a lot of confidence and a lot of range, and I had a good rhythm just after the back tip from Okogie, and just raised up and trusted my mechanics.
LeBron, AD's obviously scored 50 before and had big games before, but in some of those stretches where he increased the lead when you were dealing with some foul trouble, do you see growth from him in terms of being a leader on a winning team?
He's had to carry a franchise before, so I don't think it's anything that's foreign to him. I think, the best thing about what it is today is, he has an opportunity to, just be great every night. And, no matter if he's making shots or not, just his presence alone and us as his teammates just continue to make him comfortable. So, he's great. It's nothing more that you can say.
Do you get a sense that he's getting more comfortable just in terms of where he gets his shots, where he's getting the ball, that sort of thing that he was at the beginning of the year?
I think we're all of us, are just more comfortable with our play. We know what we want to run. We know how we want to play. We know how we want to defend. We know how we want to be on offense. It makes it a lot easier when we've, in a good rhythm. It makes it a lot easier when we've had some, some time to have some chemistry. And, every game is going to continue to get better and better for not only AD, not only for myself, but for the rest of the group.
LeBron, you guys, and I know it's early, but you guys are on 70-something win pace. You get any sense if this team is historically good or maybe has a chance to become historically good?
I'm the last person you should ask a question like that. I live too much in the moment. All I care about is what we did tonight and how we can get better tomorrow. It's going to be a good road trip for us. And, starts in Orlando.
Did you catch Lizzo on the big screen?
I did not. I was on the bench. I was still in the game. I caught that little girl that was flexing, though. I was on the bench when that happened. She's like a little miniature Hulk Hogan. I caught that. But I did see Lizzo sitting next to the bench, though. But I didn't catch the...
Did she say much to you guys?
I don't know. Yeah, is she? Oh, I don't know. I'll be focused on the game, to be honest.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.
A lot of his makes came in the paint. Just what have you seen as his dominance, especially as it's grown over the last couple of weeks and peaked by tonight?
Yeah, first thing that sticks out to me is he had 4 steals, a block, and great defense for all 39 minutes he was out there. And, to be able to perform on that end of the floor and anchor us and then still go for 50 in what I feel like is an old school smash mouth way of getting 50, no threes, right? 20 for 29, and then living at the free throw line, post-ups, offensive rebounds, crashes, all those types of things. Just the old school performance, and one for the ages.
Frank, as good as a player as he is, he spent his whole career in one place before, and there's going to be some adjustment. Do you see anything that's happening just in terms of comfort and getting more settled playing with LeBron lately?
Yeah, I don't know if it's more so lately. To me, the two of them have hit the ground running right from the start of training camp. Both on and off the basketball court. Their chemistry has been seamless. I think to the surprise of all of us. We all thought there'd be a little bit more of a learning curve, and we're still we're still going to hit, bumps in the road throughout the 82-game season the rest of the way. But, I don't know if it's more so than it's been all season.
Hey, Frank, in Portland, LeBron said that the offense has finally caught up to the defense on your team. Obviously, another really strong offensive night for you guys. What specific things have you seen working that has allowed you guys to have such efficiency on that end?
Well, I just think we're recognizing each other's strengths. We're getting comfortable with each other and within the offense, and understanding what stretches lead us into lulls or whatever, and just the understanding of how to deliver the ball at the rim to our 3 lob threats. Where to find shooters. LeBron and Anthony just continue to play at a higher level each game, and hopefully it continues to grow. And the break too. The transition game over the last couple of weeks has really picked up.
Frank, you mentioned that this has happened faster than anyone would have thought. Why do you think that happened? Do you think it's just the way their games mesh? Do you think it's something just in the way they approach this, or the camaraderie they've built?
It's tough to say. I mean, honestly, I think their games fit. And when you're a general manager and you're putting together a team, it's not just about a collection of talent. It's putting together pieces that fit. And to the credit of Rob and our front office, we've done a good job of, again, putting lob threats and shooters around 2 elite scorers, and and then the 2 of them complementing each other because they're both guys that will make the right play, and they're willing passers. So on paper, the pieces fit. So far in this regular season, we're off to a good start, but it still is just a good start. We have a long way to go. We've got to continue to win games and build and grow with each other. And hopefully we can keep it.
Your career first in purple and gold only took you 29 shots to get there. The rhythm you said has been building, but how did you get into that kind of a rhythm tonight to get for 50?
Just being aggressive. Just came out aggressive, playing hard. My teammates did a good job of finding me, and just staying in the rhythm, just staying hot. They're a good team. A team who can shoot. They got Anthony Town, who's a hell of a player. Marcus T. I played with him in college, but Jeff T. his brother, Rob Covington. They got a lot of great players, and for us to keep this thing going, Coach talked about it. We don't need a loss to learn, and I just want to come out and be aggressive, do what I can to help the team win.
16 of your 20 field goals in the paint, as you said. You were just looking to be aggressive in there. How has that been building as the season's going on? Just figuring out your spots with this group.
I've been able to read defensive coverages. I mean, Phil Handy, Mike Penberthy, we're doing a great job. Ron doing a great job of helping me read defensive coverages and knowing what moves to get to. And when it's single coverage, I know I'm able to get to whatever I want. And the double team making the right reads. And for me, I'm just trying to go out there and just play basketball and just have fun. And anytime we're able to win, we're able to have fun. But for me, just continue to be aggressive and help the team.
A lot of your buckets are coming with LeBron. A lot of two-man game. He's finding you. How have you guys managed to build this cohesion together so quickly?
It's been fun. I mean, when you got 2 players who's very selfless and just want the best for the other player, it's very easy. I'm looking for him. He's looking for me, and we continue to learn each other and where we like to score the basketball. Obviously, that pick and roll, when I'm setting it for him, and he's able to get downhill at a fast pace and in attack mode, it puts the defense in a bind. Now they either got to help on him or they leave me open, or we finding the shooters on the weak side. So we're going to continue to get better at it, but it's looking good right now.
Appreciate it, Eddie.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Anthony Davis, 50-piece for the Lakers in a 142-125 victory.